Hi there, this is Lawrence with Excello, and in this video we're going to be discussing categories. So first things first, what is a category? Categories are a great way to actually group together similar companies based on specific items such as maybe industry or size of company, etc. It's also a great way just to get additional information on a company. So by going to a company page, I can see specifics on, how big a company is, what industry they're dealing with, etc. So for example, just kind of show you guys what this means in context. If we go to this Bereka paper company here, under this section categories, I'll notice a couple of things. I'll notice maybe this industry here, and I know how many employees work there. Now, I can actually set these categories when I create a company. So let's just create a company and show you, first off, what this looks like. So by going back to my company list, I'm just going to hit add a company. And then in this section categories, you'll see a couple of categories that I have added. I've added industry and I've added size. And by clicking on the drop down, I have some options that I have put in here. Now, the question is, how do I get these options? How do I get industry? How do I get size? Or maybe an additional one that I want to add? It's actually super simple. So to add certain categories, what we're going to do is we're going to go to the configuration gear at the bottom left-hand corner. We're going to just scroll down to companies and contacts and then categories. So what this is going to show are my categories for companies, contacts, and then affiliations. So I can actually add a category for one of these three options. So if I want to do it for contacts, as I can see, I have gender here. If I want to do a different one, I can do that as well. But we're mainly focusing on companies at the moment. So let's say I want to add another category for a company, maybe location or country. So let's do that. Let's add a category by clicking on the Add Category button. And let's call this Country. Here, we determine if we want to make it for a company, contact, or affiliation. In this case, we're doing it for a company. Required, as we will show later, when we're creating a company, we can choose if we want to make it a required field. But in order to create the company, you have to choose a category, in this case, the country. Exclusive, we can choose if we only want one category option or multiple. And then leaf only, since we can make parent or child options, if leaf only is set to yes, only the child options can be selected. And then we want to make sure it's active as well. We can choose inactive if we like. So what we're going to do is we're just going to hit save. And that will add country to our categories list. But now we have to put some options in there for country. Otherwise, they can't select a country. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on country here. And it's going to bring us to this screen. So we want to add a couple of options. So what we're going to do is we're just going to click add option. And we're going to give it a couple of options. So for the first one, let's say United States. We'll say Great Britain. And we'll say Australia. So now, as we can see, we've got three of our countries in here: United States, Great Britain, and Australia. And now, if we were to create a new company, so let's just do this real quick. We'll click Add a Company. And then if we go down to categories, we'll notice now that our new country category is in there. And notice it is a required field, so if we hit select, we can select one of those three values that we've put in there. Then when we go back to our companies list, if we wanted to search or filter based on a specific category, we could just click on the More option, followed by one of the following categories. So let's say we wanted to search by size, then we could just simply search by these size values. Same goes for country, industry, or whatever category that you add. So hopefully that helps, and if you have any further questions, be sure to email us at support@excello.com.